So this is fantastic. This headlamp is making it much easier for me to be able to get up in the middle of the night. It is now 3:53. I woke up around 3 and I'm getting my day going. I could lay there in bed and I could watch a movie or do whatever, but even just this light, this recently donated extremely strong light, which is from Blukar, that's Blukar. It's their best headlamp I saw on their website, and someone sent it to me, and it's super well built. It's like, I've seen so many headlamps that are built as if someone's just going to buy it and go camping once. They're wussy little headlamps, and this headlamp is the best I've seen. Forgot the model number. I'll put it in the description if I can find it. But it lasts well. It has many modes that are useful, and because I'm in a very difficult situation with electricity right now, it's allowing me to start to get functional really early in the morning, and I'm going to start recommending that to people. That might freak their shit out, but I'm going to have this building in particular open up every day at probably 3:30 or 4. I'll probably get up at 3. I'll have somebody else living here with me in the building. We will try and go to sleep early. It's comfortable to be outside late at night. It's really nice to sit around fires and stay out late. But like, I went to bed at like 8. As soon as it got dark, I went to bed. And I think that as far as designing the culture of the space, there's a huge danger to have someone, when they come here, have an initial culture of staying out late. And I just don't prefer it for various reasons. Probably the best time to be inside is early in the morning, awake, well, either asleep or awake and starting work early. Because I used to do that when I worked in a corporation. I would get up early and send all the emails, respond to all emails in detail, lay out the plan for the day, pretty much send email to everyone on the team unless they totally knew what they were doing and they were fine, and I would just be a distraction. And so everybody, by the time they wake up, all sorts of conversations have already been started, agendas have been laid out, everybody then can function better. And so as I grow this place, certainly the leadership team, because there'll be people that are, running different areas of things, I can imagine having our morning meeting here in a well-lit place. It isn't now, but it will be, with hot drinks. I have some coffee I'm making. It's a luxury item for me, but I bought some coffee. I'm against the way I buy coffee. I want to be buying it in bulk, direct from suppliers, and even have our own coffee packaged up and people can buy it. It can be a product. We don't have to personally grow it, since my climate is not really that great for coffee. I still would like to do it. I have to put another effort into it, but it's one more thing on the list. I don't have time to deal with it. The other thing I'm going to mention in terms of my effectiveness in the morning is that I have all these tabs open. And being on the internet provides massive amounts of distraction, and it's very, very hard to have self-discipline to not get sucked into, writing about some random topic on something that does not matter. It's not the core thing that's going to get me surviving. And I just had a long conversation with somebody yesterday who's trying to get her life together. She's in a very different situation I'm in, but she has lots of opportunity, but she needs to be making web pages and doing all kinds of stuff, and she's somewhat overwhelmed. And that's one of the reasons I realized I did enjoy talking to her. We talked for like 2 hours. That was actually not a waste of my time. And even though it was all about her, I'm going to send her a note that tells her this, or actually I don't need to. I can just send her this video. She watches my videos. So the reason that my conversation with this person was not a waste is because all the same motivational challenges, being overwhelmed with the complexity of everything, are something that we deal with in very different ways. We're in very different boats, but I want her to understand that was not actually a waste of time for me. Because as I brainstormed with her the many things that she can do, the opportunities that she has laying around her, the innovative ideas that I have that I can toss at her for free, and she could partner up with people in different ways and have things work. That's all really, for me, analogous to what my challenges are. And so I need to do the same thing for me. I need to take the same motivational messages I'm giving her and take them as my own, and then close a ton of these tabs I have open and focus on the very few things that will cause me to succeed, like forming the nonprofit. That's probably top on my list. And I don't make progress on it because it seems a little daunting, and it seems like making decisions that are hard to make. And I'm going to pay somebody to register it, and I need to learn about forms and government things, and it's stuff I don't want to do. So instead, I'm distracted by tabs. The internet is this amazing wealth of just constantly having available to you all these different stimuli, but I must focus. And so I'm in this environment where I'm surrounded by distraction. I'm surrounded by temptation and things I shouldn't be putting my time into, and I need to be focused on the very few that I do need to be focused on. And it could even be here that in the morning, some mornings, and different mornings can be different, but some mornings we turn off the internet. So it's on for a while. You load up your projects you need to do. Maybe it's open at 3 to 4 o'clock. You load up your projects from 4 until the sun comes up. You just focus on doing the work you need to get done. That sounds like, why should we have to have such structure? That seems so artificial. It seems like a control thing. Well, yeah, it's a self-control thing, and I need to do it. But if we do it as a group, it's a lot easier. If that's the culture of that space, and you find that you're really happy after the sun comes up because you just got done 2 hours of solid, really revolutionary, important work, then that structure is something we need. We cannot have a structure in which we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, because we'll take the easy way. If we have a bunch of sweet food all around us and crap-ass food that is designed to addict us to it and poison our bodies, we will tend to eat that. If, on the other hand, we have an environment where the food surrounding us is healthy food that is good for our bodies, is nourishing, and you really couldn't even be unhealthy if that's all you eat, well, that's a better restriction. It's a better restrictive environment in terms of food. We have to recognize our own flaws within ourselves and then figure out a culture that we can be in where we overcome those, both in how we deal with ourselves and consumption and how we deal with each other. Because we can use each other as sweets in a way. We can be spending time with people in ways that are very enjoyable but don't get anything done. And I was writing yesterday about having meetings and having them be really productive and functional, and you have to make a decision to run your meetings well, or you just end up sitting around chatting with no action items. And I don't want to waste the rest of my life in meetings. I don't want to waste the rest of my life opening and closing tabs on all these things and going down rabbit holes of stuff that don't matter when I'm in a critical state in my life where my life is at stake. If I don't get my shit together, it's not going to keep going. I'm going to get in some very bad shape because in a way, I'm internet addicted. That's my only connection with people, except for occasionally talking to people in town. So these are tricky issues. They're very tricky. Good luck.